Twice through. Yo, Winnicott.
Hello.
We have an episode for you today.
Not sure if it's good or if it's bad, but it's still an episode.
But either way, you will probably go and rant about it on Twitter.
Well, you know who's probably ranting on Twitter right now?
Who's that?
H-Dog Clinton.
Oh, true. And I'm pretty sure Mike and Ollie did a story about her visit to Winnicott.
Should we check it out?
We should.
Regardless of what political party you associate with, seeing a presidential candidate speak live is always an amazing opportunity. Mike Moser and I checked out the Hillary Clinton rally here at the Winnicott CAF. Let's take a look and see what it was all about.
Hillary Clinton's visit to Winnicott came just 1 week before the New Hampshire primary and just after squeaking out a win in the Iowa caucus. Clinton spoke to supporters in the dining hall about the Affordable Care Act jobs, as well as clean renewable energy projects.
It's about what Gabby says every day when she goes out. Fight, fight, fight.
Social studies teacher Mr. Fleming was also at the rally. Fleming, often involved in politics on a local and national level, believes that even if you are not old enough to vote, you can get involved.
So Hillary coming here Tuesday night, that's actually the third time that Secretary Clinton's been here. She was here twice in 2008. And it was nice of her to come back this time. Good crowd in the dining hall and an overflow crowd in the auditorium. And they spoke to the issue of guns and gun safety and gun danger. Interesting angle to Secretary Clinton's campaign. You know, I think the students need to get out to see what's going on, whether they approve or disapprove or like or dislike or know or don't even know any of the candidates. You know, I like to point out to the politicians, but even to the people in the building, that, you know, many students often comment, well, I'm not old enough to vote. I really don't think that's the issue. You may not be old enough to vote, but you're old enough to get people to vote. You're old enough to get 10 people to vote. You're old enough to persuade 50 people to vote. You could persuade 100 people to vote. If you want to make a difference, get out there and make a difference.
The chamber singers made an appearance at the rally as well. They sang the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud?
Dalen Kenny and Maddie Allen of Winnicott Chronicle were at the event and experienced this as a member of the media. We asked them to see what they liked about it.
Yeah, it was really cool to see a presidential candidate. I think it's cool to see any candidate. I think Hillary's message, it seemed to resonate with a lot of people in the room. Maura Healey, who's the Attorney General of Massachusetts, also spoke. Gabby Giffords, who's a congresswoman from Arizona, and her husband spoke. And it was really cool to see them.
Hillary Clinton's push to appeal to voters turned out to not be enough. She finished well behind Bernie Sanders, who beat Clinton by more than 20 points. Young voters seemed to be making a big difference for Sanders, while he garnered 60 points of the votes overall. Out of all 18 to 29-year-olds, he won 83%. Only 16% of the younger population voted for Hillary Clinton. As the campaign moved forward, it remains to be seen that trends continue. This is Mike Moser and Alia Strukel for WHTV.
Speaking of a Clinton,
Former President Bill Clinton stopped by Winnicott Tuesday morning to shake hands with the voters as they went into the dining hall to vote. Mr. Burge took advantage of the visit to talk economics with the president, as well as many teachers shook hands and took pictures with Clinton. Over the past few days, Bill Clinton has been actively campaigning in New Hampshire for Hillary, where she has been lagging behind Bernie Sanders. At the end of the primary, Bernie Sanders ended up coming on top.
I don't know if you know this, but Hillary Clinton is my celebrity crush. Her pantsuits are always on fleek.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, Mike.
Definitely is, and this year I'm balling on a budget.
Well, you should probably get her something special, even if you're tight on cash.
Well, shut your pie hole and let me and Mag Money tell you what gifts to get for cheap.
Every year, people struggle with what to get their loved ones on Valentine's Day. For teenagers on a budget, it can be even harder. Luckily for you, your peers have some cheap gift and date ideas.
Make a wooden heart.
You can make a bunch of paper hearts and as a card.
A serenader with my music.
My cheap Valentine's Day gift would be a stray cat.
I think best date idea, bubble bath, cheap candles. Take her to Mickey D's. You don't get a date because it's free.
Okay, so a cheap Valentine's gift probably would be homemade chocolate.
I'm gonna wrap Chanel up and give it to someone because who wouldn't love to have Chanel?
Although many people believe Valentine's Day is all about jewelry and 5-star meals, many people are wrong. This day is about showing appreciation to your loved one. And if the tips from your classmates don't float your boat, then maybe these will. Could go on a picnic. Have a homemade meal. Could go ice skating. Could go on a hike. Go to the puppy store. Go sightseeing. Have a movie night. Or even a game night. Time to break out the twister board. And if you're caught in a pickle, just break up with your significant other for the holiday. Well, that's all we have. Be sure to make this Valentine's Day a special one, even if your wallet is a little light this year. For WHTV, this is Mike and Maggie.
Not bad, not bad.
You know what's the day before Valentine's Day?
Well, wouldn't that be Valentine's Day Eve?
It's not wrong, but I was talking about the SemiFormal dance.
Oh, how could I forget? Are you going?
Probably. Show everybody how the big guys can get down.
I'm gonna whip out these new dance moves I've been working on. None of which include grinding, obviously.
Obviously. Sarah and I can toss some ish your way about how not to get the dances shut down. Again.
Three years ago, a big part of high school was ripped from us. Our hearts somber from the memories we once had. Only few remember the experiences held in this dining hall. And we are victims.
There is a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to laugh, and a time to weep. A time to mourn, and there is a time to dance.
In 2013, school dances were banned here at Winnacunnet due to inappropriate behavior. We are finally being given the chance to have another dance, so we're here to teach you proper dance etiquette and how not to ruin it again.
And there was a time for this law, but not anymore. See, this is our time to dance.
We spoke to some of the 2016 Student Council about their journey to get the dances back.
So the dance is scheduled for Saturday, February 13th. It's one weekend before February break.
So we had to go through a long process. We had to go through Mr. McGowan and Mr. DeVool. We had to come up with an idea of how to change it and make it more appropriate for everyone and bring one back.
A lot of paperwork and a lot of meetings to make sure that we can avoid all the problems that got dances taken away in the first place.
Our big goal is just to have everyone act and dance appropriately. Not even the grinding issue, but staying sober and coming sober is our big thing. Don't put yourselves in dangerous situations where you're gonna get suspended from dances or kicked out or whatever, because then it just ruins everything for everyone.
Some upperclassmen are here to show you some alternative dance moves and teach you the do's and don'ts of school dances.
I'll be doing these moves at the SemiFormal.
I asked myself, what would Jesus do? And I don't think Jesus would want you to grind, so don't grind.
This is a school dance and not your bedroom, so let's keep the PDA down to a minimum.
Just don't do the dirty on the dance floor. No whipping. No nay-naying. Don't show up under the influence of any drugs or alcohol.
My advice for the dance would be not to go. You don't want to be there. People are sweating, dirty dancing. It's uncomfortable. Instead, you should get yourself to Exeter Rinks. Watch the Winnacunnet hockey team. That's where you want to be.
Alright, so you got to keep your hands at your sides at all times. You got to keep everybody within arm's length. No eye contact. The most dancing you can do is just a slight finger waggle. That's pretty much it.
that the people who got our dances taken away in the first place have matured a little bit and will be more appropriate at this dance so that we can enjoy it, but also so that the future classes can enjoy dances, because we don't want this year's freshmen to go through what we had to go through as freshmen.
Winnacunnet has been participating in the Penguin Plunge for 8 years now. Although they only had 7 plungers this year, they raised plenty of money. Winnacunnet won the King Flock Award when a group has the highest dollars average per plunger by raising a whopping $11,607 in Division I, and also the King Penguin Award. Senior Lindsay Baxter raised $9,502 and won the highest fundraising award for 4 years in a row. Thank you to all that participated.
Wow, that's great that they raised so much money.
Hopefully we can raise money like that for Chemfree.
Oh yeah, there are quite a few upcoming fundraisers to help out the senior class.
We should see what Emily's got.
With graduation right around the corner, it's time to start thinking about Chemfree.
Chemfree? What's that?
Chemfree is a night that is free of drug and alcohol, and it is organized by the parents of the graduating class, 216.
Immediately following graduation, seniors will have dinner in the caf and then board buses and head to a disclosed location where there will be many surprises and fun activities planned. Chemfree has been an organization keeping kids away from drugs and alcohol on the night of graduation since 1988. In the past, they've held dances, attended hypnotist shows, and been on cruises. But all of this could not be possible without the support of our community, its local vendors, and your participation in all of its fundraisers.
How much would you pay to see a student or staff member dip into the frigid ocean? It's $1 per vote, and the dip is on March 13th with Chucky at Seabrook Beach.
This paddleboard right here was kindly donated by Cinnamon Rainbows, and raffle tickets will be sold every basketball game at Winnacunnet.
I challenge you guys to buy as many raffle tickets for McGowan's parking space as I'm going to. They're going to be sold next Friday in the caf during all lunches, so get there and buy some.
And this spring I am going to be putting on a fashion show for an internship I'm in right now, and the date is May 14th, and all proceeds will be going to Chemfree. I'll be selling tickets towards the date. All seniors should really go because it's a good way to support the event, and it'll be really fun.
There's a t-shirt design contest open to all seniors. Entries must be in black and white lettering on a 8x5x11 piece of paper and include the words 2016 Chemfree. Entries can be turned into Miss Berry by March 25th, and the winner receives a $100 reward.
So we out here selling raffle tickets. I like to see you guys at the games. Buy the tickets, it goes towards Chemfree. It'll be pretty sweet. It's lit.
The parents of the graduating class of 216 are looking for 15 volunteers at the food and the finish line of the Smutty Nose 5K on February 20th.
Wow, that looks like so much fun, and I can't wait to graduate.
So seniors, find a way to help out, and I'll see you at graduation.
What are you laughing at there, Griffin?
Just this funny video of somebody lip syncing.
Oh, you know what? I heard that there's someone in the school who's really good at lip syncing.
You're right. Sarah and Maggie have the scoop.
There are many hidden talents here at Winnacunnet. Every day you walk by students who can do incredible things that you might not even know of. I'm sure you've seen this student in the halls, but do you know how incredibly talented he actually is?
Hi, I'm Ryan. I started lip syncing when I was about 9 years old. It started off as kind of like a stupid hobby, but I kind of found out that I was good at it. I usually like to sing rap songs.
We got the room smelling like teen spirit. I asked kindly if no one out here would bring the feet up until I lose, but now I'm the game single leader. I fly private so no one tells.
Sometimes I like to slow it down with either like a little Rihanna or Beyonce. I like to kick it with Wiz and a little bit of Nicki Minaj once in a while.
Lip syncing has become more and more popular in our society. There's an entire show dedicated to lip syncing hosted by Chrissy Teigen and LL Cool J, as well as a popular segment on The Jimmy Fallon Show. brought in some of his friends to hear their opinions on Ryan's hobby.
Yeah, me and Ryan have been friends for quite a bit, and probably hasn't been one day where he hasn't lip synced in front of me. Every time we hang out and we always play music, he's always lip syncing to it. He's vibing, he's having a good time, and I respect it.
Most people would not consider lip syncing a talent, but Ryan thinks otherwise.
So some people think they're like good at lip syncing, which some people are, but it actually is a talent, like to be good at it. You kind of have to be born with it. So
I don't know how he's so good. He like does it probably every day. He probably practices at home.
I mean, it would be cool to create a living out of it.
Maybe, probably no one actually will beat him ever.
I'm open to anybody who'd like to challenge me to a lip syncing battle. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I will take you on.
Hello?
Hey, Griffin. Great show we had today, right?
New phone. Who this?
This is Mike, and this is Griffin, right?
Yes. This is he.
Okay, for WHTV, I'm signing out.
And I'm signing out too.
All right, have a great day.
Bye.
You too, want to kind of have a great day. Go Power Rangers! For the past 8 years, Winnicott has been participating in the Penguin Plunge. Winnicott has been penguin plunging for 8 years!